The night is absolute, swallowing everything. The darkness is so complete, it feels as if the world itself has vanished, leaving only this floating fortress and the men and machines upon it. Below, the flight deck is a chaotic ballet of light and shadow. Steam rising, men in colored jerseys moving with urgent purpose. Every movement is choreographed, every gesture critical, as the crew works in perfect unison to prepare for the next launch. My FA-18 Super Hornet trembles, eager to be unleashed. The engines hum with restrained power, the air thick with anticipation. This is the moment of truth. Months of training, endless drills, and every lesson learned have led to this razor's edge. Out there is nothing but a black, unforgiving ocean and sky. No second chances. The margin for error is non-existent. The stakes are as high as they come. You trust your training, your machine, and the team about to launch you into the void. Every handshake, every nod is a silent promise that you're not alone in this. My heart pounds, not fear, but a razor-sharp awareness. Every sense is heightened, every muscle tensed as adrenaline surges through my veins. Final checks, canopy down, engines roaring. The world outside fades, replaced by the glow of instruments and the roar of turbines. The catapult officer gives the signal. His movements are crisp, practiced, and unmistakable, a language of trust spoken in gestures. One final salute, a deep breath, brace for violence. In this instant, time seems to slow, the world narrowing to a single point of focus. The tension is immense. You're completely reliant on others. Every person on deck is part of a chain, each link vital, each action deliberate. The chain of trust is forged in the high-stakes world of naval aviation. It's a brotherhood, a family, bound by shared risk and responsibility. You focus on the now, eyes locked forward. The past and future disappear. Only this moment matters. The final signal. The world blurs, no turning back. The anticipation is electric, the silence before the storm. The catapult fires, a physical blow. The force is sudden, violent, and absolute. 0 to 150 miles per hour in 2 seconds. The acceleration is breathtaking, a jolt that leaves no room for hesitation. Your body is crushed into the seat, vision tunnels. The world outside becomes a smear of lights and shadows. It's like being strapped to a freight train and fired into a wall. Then suddenly, you're airborne. The violence gives way to freedom. The crushing force vanishes, replaced by flight. The jet responds to your touch, slicing through the night air. The carrier shrinks below, a tiny island of light in a vast wilderness. The sense of scale is humbling, the isolation profound. You're alone with the stars. The sky is endless, the ocean below a black mirror reflecting infinity. In that instant you realize, this is what you trained for. Every sacrifice, every challenge, has led to this moment of pure flight. The chaos below fades away. The noise, the tension, the urgency, all left behind on the deck. You are flying, utterly alone, utterly alive. The night is yours. In this solitude, you find clarity, purpose, and exhilaration. And the leap of faith is complete. You have crossed the threshold, and in doing so, you become part of something greater than yourself. An aircraft carrier is more than a ship. It's a floating city, a sovereign piece of American territory. 5,000 people live and work here, in a world that never sleeps. The flight deck is the most dangerous real estate on Earth, where mission and courage meet. Life is confined, industrial, and relentless. Passageways are a maze, privacy is rare, but there's a powerful sense of community. Everyone faces the same challenges, united by purpose. The carrier is a mobile airbase, a symbol of resolve and hope. Its crew, from captain to deckhand, are the lifeblood of this steel giant. With them, it's one of the most powerful forces on Earth. Becoming a carrier pilot is a journey few complete. It's a path marked by relentless challenge, unwavering determination, and a drive to push beyond your limits. Every step forward is earned, not given. It all begins in flight school, where you start with basic planes, face endless written and practical tests, and feel the constant pressure to perform. Here, you learn the basics of flight, navigation, and teamwork, building the foundation for everything to come. You master the fundamentals, then graduate to jets, where speed, advanced tactics, and formation flying become your new reality. Every flight is a lesson in precision and discipline, demanding your full focus. The ultimate test awaits: carrier qualification. This is where you prove you have what it takes to land on a moving ship at sea. On land, you practice landing in a painted box, catching a wire with your tailhook again and again until it's pure muscle memory. Each repetition brings you closer to the real thing, building confidence and skill. The first real carrier landing is unforgettable, a moment burned into your memory forever. The deck moves beneath you, looks impossibly small, and the ocean's motion adds to the challenge. It's a test of nerves and skill. The landing signal officer guides you in. Calm, precise, and focused, their signals are your lifeline in those final seconds. You slam onto the deck, the arresting gear stopping you in seconds with a jolt that shakes your entire body. Relief floods in, disoriented, then elated. You did it. The adrenaline rush is overwhelming, and pride sets in as you realize what you've accomplished. You're now a carrier-qualified aviator, part of an elite brotherhood and sisterhood. You've joined a legacy of those who dared to land where few ever will. The journey is brutal, demanding everything you have, but the reward is immense, a sense of achievement that lasts a lifetime. Few will ever know what it takes, but for those who do, the sky and the sea will never look the same. The catapult launch is raw power. You taxi onto the cat, hand control to the deck crew. Final checks, canopy sealed, engines roaring. The shooter signals, point of no return. Steam floods the catapult and you're slammed back with 4 to 5 Gs. Vision narrows, organs shift, pure chaos. In 2 seconds, you're at 170 miles per hour. If the catapult fails, there's no time to eject. But then you're flying. The pressure vanishes, replaced by weightless climb. It never gets old. Landing on a carrier is often described as a controlled crash. It's not just a landing, it's a battle against physics, nerves, and the relentless motion of the sea. You fly the jet toward a tiny, moving rectangle, aiming for one of 4 arresting wires stretched across the deck. The margin for error is razor thin, and the target is always shifting. There's absolutely no room for error. This is the most demanding task in all of aviation, requiring total concentration and nerves of steel. Eyes are glued to the meatball landing system, a glowing guide in the chaos, while the landing signals officer's calm voice cuts through the tension, offering last-second corrections. There's no gentle touchdown here. You don't flare or slow down. You slam onto the deck, trusting the ship and your training. If you catch a wire, the stop is sudden and brutal, yanking you from over 100 miles per hour to zero in just a couple of seconds. Instantly, you push the engines to full power in case you miss the wire, a bolter, ready to launch back into the sky and try again. Night landings are even harder. There's no visible horizon, just a handful of lights floating in endless blackness, making every approach a leap of faith. In these moments, you trust your training, your instruments, and the teamwork of everyone on the flight deck, all working in perfect sync. Every night trap feels like cheating death, your heart pounding as you realize you've made it through another impossible challenge. It's the ultimate proof of skill, courage, and the relentless pursuit of perfection. Each landing is a test, a trial by fire that never gets easier, no matter how many times you do it. And every success, every safe landing is a hard-won victory, one that's celebrated by the entire crew. Life as a carrier pilot is paradoxical. Ultimate freedom in the sky's rigid structure below, Days start before dawn, filled with mission planning briefings and debriefings. The ready room is home, part office, part classroom, part sanctuary. Here, camaraderie is forged under pressure. The carrier is loud, relentless. Privacy is rare. You sleep in small bunks, adapt to constant motion. Coping with stress is essential. Some hit the gym, others joke to break tension. The squadron is family. You look out for each other. Trust and friendship get you through the toughest days. It's a world away from the beauty of flight, but just as vital. The scariest part isn't combat. It's landing on the carrier, especially at night. In combat, you have control. On the deck, you're at the mercy of the elements and a tiny wire. The pressure is relentless. Humor and tradition break the tension. Pranks, inside jokes, and rituals. The job is physically demanding. 40 pounds of gear, cramped cockpits, hours of focus. You return exhausted, soaked in sweat. Fear is ever present, but you learn to manage it. Courage isn't the absence of fear, but functioning despite it. Every pilot fights this internal battle daily. It's a quiet, constant test of will. Carrier pilots are the tip of the spear, projecting power, deterring conflict, supporting allies. Their presence alone can change the course of events. The job shapes you. Confidence, discipline, resilience. You learn to trust your team, perform under pressure, and take responsibility. These lessons last a lifetime. Behind the machines are ordinary people, united by purpose and sacrifice. They miss families, celebrate together, mourn together. Their feats are human, not superhuman. Being a carrier pilot is a calling, a legacy of courage and teamwork. In the end, it's the human spirit that makes all the difference.